Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by Skye Nicolson in Philadelphia. Skye, happy to be here. You've been here a few weeks now, maybe?
No, I literally got here Saturday. Yeah.
I thought I'd seen on your Instagram or something that you were out here. Where were you training? Somewhere else?
Always training in London.
Maybe I'm just miles
Gonna
off
be
it, Skye.
mixed up with someone else.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm one of one.
Yeah, one of one. My bad, Skye.
Just joking. No, I got here Saturday. Adapted right into the time zone. Very hot. We had a bit of a heat wave here, but no, everything's on point. The weight cut's been perfect. Fight week's been great. Feel really good. Had a great long camp, but ready to get in there Saturday night.
I spoke about this with Ramla Ali and I put you in the same bracket because you guys always seem to fight away from home, and I'm going to say you have 2 homes in London and Australia, but
Yeah.
you're always on the road, you're fighting somewhere new. Do you like that side of it, or would you prefer maybe next time around to defend the belt at home, maybe in London or maybe in Australia?
Look, I love it. I feel like it gives me a bit of an edge, you know. I'm never going to feel like an away fighter anywhere I fight. I fight all around the world, and I can make kind of like home for myself in any city I fight in. I would obviously love a London fight. I've been living there 2.5 years now. I had my first title fight, the Commonwealth title fight, back in Brisbane in Australia in my first year as a pro, so obviously I would love to get back out there. But yeah, definitely no complaints from me. I love being on the road. I love fighting all around the world, making new fans and supporters everywhere I go. So yeah, no, it's been amazing.
First one, Vargas, tough opponent from the Dominican Republic. I've seen a lot of people this week calling her Puerto Rican, but she's from the Dominican Republic. I don't think you can insult her anymore by saying Puerto Rico, but in terms of what she brings to the table, really tough. Do you expect the first few rounds to be tough and then kind of feel your way through this fight?
Yeah, definitely. I think she's very dangerous in the early rounds. I think nearly all of her stoppages have been in the first 3 or 4 rounds. So I think she'll definitely be dangerous early. It'll be about coming out smart, switched on, and see what she's got. But definitely I think my most dangerous opponent I've faced as a professional. She's got a very high KO ratio. She's knocked out and stopped girls with winning records, not just girls that are coming in to be bowled over. It's not really a padded record either. So no, we have a lot of respect for my opponent. I think it's a good, tough fight that I'm going into on Saturday night.
What's the weaknesses whenever you've watched Vargas that you can point out and say that you can capitalise on Saturday night?
I would say footwork, defence, head movement. That'd probably be her 3 main weaknesses, which are things that we definitely look to capitalise on in the fight.
When I asked Eddie about it, he said that he believes that this is kind of your toughest fight to date, but he also said about the early, you know, if you're not switched on, she is the type of girl that might chin you at that point. Do you have to worry about those things with all of your opponents, or particularly Vargas? Because some of the girls you've fought that you've kind of toyed with for most of the rounds, if you don't mind me saying, but I don't know if Vargas is going to be that type of opponent.
No, definitely not. I think I need to be switched on for every second of this fight. She is dangerous, and she obviously does pack a punch. She's got power. She's proven that. So we're prepared for anything on Saturday night. We're prepared for going to war. We're prepared to outbox her, whatever it takes. So all I know is get the job done, get the win.
I feel like I'm always asking you this question. So every time I've interviewed you, we spoke about it, this is going to be the last time until it happens, okay?
All right, you promise?
We've seen, I promise you, Amanda Serrano came out yesterday. She spoke again and said, well, she was asked the question by ARIEL, to be fair, and she kind of said that, look, it's not for her. She doesn't accept call-outs. Just what's your thoughts on that interview, first of all?
I found it quite funny. I don't even think she said it's not for her and she doesn't accept call-outs. She just completely dismissed the question altogether, and it's like she can't even say my name. It's quite funny, and you kind of have to laugh at it a little bit. She went on to then say that she's never been disrespectful or spoken down about an opponent. I've never done that, ever. And if anything, it's being respectful to her that I want to fight her, another champion wanting to fight another champion. She's got nearly all the belts in the featherweight division. Why wouldn't someone who wants to be undisputed champion be chasing that fight? It wouldn't make sense for me to not be wanting to fight her, and I don't understand why me saying I want to fight her is disrespectful or speaking down on her. I believe I win. I believe I can beat her. I believe I'm the best. That's not being disrespectful. I have constantly said I think she's been a trailblazer for women's boxing. The things she's done has been amazing. I have so much respect for her. But I do believe I can beat her, and I do believe I'm the best featherweight on the planet. And that's not being disrespectful. That's me wanting to prove that I'm the best. I am bored of talking about her, I'll be honest. I do not think the fight happens.
Ever?
Ever. I think she has made that very clear in her dismissive attitude towards that fight ever happening. She's fighting at super lightweight for the rest of this year. So what's happening with the belts? The most frustrating part, you might have seen, I said it on Boxing Social as well, I want to dethrone champions. I don't want to fight for vacant belts. I became her mandatory. She said she wants to fight 3-minute rounds. She's back fighting 2-minute rounds. It's like, surely people can see what's going on here, and it's what I've been saying for over a year now. I don't want to waste energy on it. My full focus is on this Saturday night, Diana Vargas, July 13th. Nothing else matters. There's big fights to be made in the featherweight division, with or without Amanda Serrano, and those fights are going to happen, and I'm excited about that. I feel like I'm in a great position, and if she doesn't want the fight, let people who want to have the fights fight for the belts.
Skye Nicolson on Smoke. Skye, final one for me. Liam PARO is going to be fighting in Australia. Johnny Fisher, Eddie said, is going to be on that card. Would you like to be on that card as well?
Is the Pope a Catholic? Of course. That's 100%. I wanted my first defence to be in Australia. It didn't happen, but I have promised everyone back home in Australia I will fight there before the end of 2024. So if that's with PARO, if that's with Fisher, let's go. I'm ready.
Skye Nicolson, always a pleasure. Thanks for
Thank you.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.